it's thrilling to be doing Moulin Rouge in the West End. And, we've had a lot of time sort of gearing up, and we've had a couple of times where we're supposed to be doing this show. And so now to actually be doing it here in the Piccadilly, it's so exciting.
I graduated drama school, and then COVID hit, and I actually heard about the show like a year and a half ago or something when it was auditioning, but I didn't have an agent even at the time, so I couldn't go up for it. And I was thinking like, oh my God, like I wish I could go up for this because I love the movie, and I just had this feeling that I would, I could connect to it. But then because of COVID, it got delayed like several times, and I finally did get an agent. And then this was basically the first thing she put me up for, and it was like, so it was really weird. It was just went from like nothing to 100 incredibly quickly. But maybe that's helpful, I think, because I think I haven't had time to be like, you're just sort of like, you're just going. And that's kind of how the show feels in general too. Is it's like it's such a extravaganza that it is. If you sort of stop to be like, wow, it's almost too much. You just got to be like, all right, here we go.
Of course, there's Lady Marmalade, and there's your song, there's Roxanne, and those are the moments where you're having this kind of multi-layered experience because you know the song, so there's that instant recognition. There's also whatever emotional baggage you're bringing to that song of like where you were in your life when you heard that song or what that song means to you, and also what's happening on stage. A lot of times you don't necessarily know the verse as well as you think you do, and so there's a moment in the show where we do a Rihanna song, and it starts and you can tell that half the audience doesn't really know what the song is until he gets to the chorus with it, and I just love those moments, or the Gnarls Barkley moment, or there are those moments that are really delightful to watch. Also, as different sections of the audience and different members of the audience connect to different things.
There's nothing more gratifying than getting to explore this piece around the world and see how every company resonates to it and with it, we have this map that we built and we hand the map over, but there's so much space to grow, and my collaborators aren't ones to just put it on you and just force that full idea.
The production in the West End is very different in some fundamental ways from the production on Broadway, and one of the fundamental ways is that the Piccadilly is really a very intimate space, right? It houses plays, and so you feel so close to the actors, first of all. So I think that's a really kind of new, cool aspect to that intimacy, that frise-on. And then the sense of like really entering a new kind of nightclubby space, which I think you feel when you walk through those doors, hopefully. And hopefully it feels like the action wraps around you and the design wraps around you in a 360 way.
Just dangling up there, I'm just kind of dangling for a little while before I descend because I have to be in place. I feel like it's the best entrance in musical theater right now, besides like Glinda and the Bubble. And so I'm just hearing everything that's happening. I'm hearing the audience laugh and react and applaud, and the sound in this room is so amazing, and so like you can feel like the energy rumbling. So it's just very crazy to just be dangling there, waiting to come down, and then I can't see anything when I come down because the lights are so bright, but you can just feel the energy in the room as soon as I pass the curtain.
Ooh.
And it's
can't be afraid of heights.
Yeah.
The reaction's been absolutely outstanding. The audience have loved it, and we've loved it. We've loved the audience reaction. Which is the thing about live theatre, isn't it? It's reciprocal.
We're the same age, so we were 7 when it first came out in 2001.
I was 8.
Oh, okay.
I'm the elder.
I'm an older man. And so I wasn't a part of the first wave, obviously, but when I was in high school, it was such a cult classic, so definitely watched it several times. But.
I know, you're right. I don't think I might have watched it when I was 8. I don't know. My parents were like, whatever you want. It took me to the actual Moulin Rouge when I was 10, so I don't think they were too worried about it. But I love the movie. I really did. I remember listening to like Elephant Love Medley, and I remember being like, damn, Ewan McGregor can really sing. I was like, what is this?
The DNA of Moulin Rouge, it's French farce, it's got English music hall, it's got, panto elements. And so to actually be doing this here in England and the birthplace of drama, it's really thrilling.
But, some of us take our work home with us. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, that's how much he loves the show.
this is for the show. Although funny, my wife painted these on Monday, right? Because I have an agreement with my daughters that it has to come off on a Saturday night. And then it gets painted on the Monday. Now, I was sitting at the dining table on Monday. My wife is painting my nails. My father-in-law my mother and father-in-law are from Italy. He was sitting at the table on his iPad, and it just struck me. It's just kind of weird. And I said, "Sorry, can I just ask? I tell you, is this weird to you? Is this strange? Your daughter's painting, your son-in-law's picking nails. Is that okay with you?" And he just looked up and went, "For this household?" So I carried on. So yes, I take my work home with me.
Immersive, very immersive for the audience and for the cast.